Slight content warning for some flashing lights, just generally a bit of loud noises here or there, and the occasional jump scare. So, yeah, you've been warned. Enjoy the video. You know, I should review another game. Like, I enjoyed making that End of Disney review, so, like, I'm a little surprised I haven't gotten around to it yet. But, probably hasn't been that long since the reviews, so, like... oh. Uh-huh. I should figure out what to cover then. What should I play? Oh, wait a minute. This could be a fun one. Okay, how about I just play this real quick and... Uh-huh. I feel like I've made a mistake. So, Five Nights at Treasure Island, The Revenge.
My best friend's gone. I gotta find him again. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're covering this one. So if you've been in the FNaTI community for a hot minute, chances are you've probably heard of this one. It's a game that was released by Smashing Tomatoes in September of 2017, and, you know, it's not quite as big as other FNaTI projects, sure, but, like, it's still become a bit infamous for those who have seen and especially played it. I mean, you know, there's people like Malred and Zeker. I mean, they played it and made videos on it, so it's not like it's a game no one's heard of, so... there's that. And I gotta say, it's definitely an experience. All in all, it doesn't seem like there's a ton of history with this game outside of, like, demos and such. Either that or I'm just being way too lazy, but I don't care enough to look into this game more. Though I will note that Smashing Tomatoes is still actually doing stuff, like, mainly YouTube stuff, and actually seems to be doing pretty well for himself, so that's pretty cool. Like, dude, look at these view counts. Like, that ain't half bad. Look how many subscribers he has. No way, what? Heck, even he admits that while he was proud of the game, it definitely wasn't the best thing in the world, so, you know, I could be as mean as I want. I'm not going to really be that mean, but I could. Okay, we should just go ahead and get into this. Hopping into the game, we get some intro text stuff, which is very, very ominous, I guess. And then we get the title screen with some... ominous title screen music. I mean, to be fair, I've heard worse. But at the same time, holy crap, does the FNaTI theme feel really slapped on. Like, there's no reason for it. It's just there. Because FNaTI. Ahihi. Also, there's a jump scare Easter egg that crashes the game if you wait long enough. Because of course there is. Oh yeah, on a side note, something kind of weird happened when I started a new game again after initially closing the game for whatever reason. It was probably just because it wasn't recording properly, I don't know. But I got spooky text, and then it wouldn't let me proceed into the freaking game. Like it just basically soft locked itself. I'm barely into this game and I'm already confused. Anyways, night one, finally, let's go. Let's do the thing. Let's get this going and yeah, I've seen worse looking offices. Definitely a bit on the dark side though. Yeah, wonder what this button does. Oh my god, I'm blind. Okay, so, night one. Yeah, alright. The phone call. I mean, it kind of explains things, but like... I can't understand a single thing this dude is saying. Like, at all.
To scare off our guests. And, well, a suit might get behind there. Just look at him and he will read it's nothing special.
Quickly going through the mechanics, we got a lot of cameras. Like a lot of cameras. Like a lot of cameras. There's way too many cameras, dude. We also have the flashbang button, which is for Michael Mouse. And also, we get to look outside at the beautiful outdoors. Why is Goofy there? Where's his head? But yeah, it's pretty much just the two characters I already brought up. Just Revenge Mickey. What a funny name, right? So you basically just flash him. That sounds a little weird. Wait, hold on. And then there's Goofy, which I know he's named Acephalus in FNaTI lore, but I don't care. He just slowly approaches your window, just really wanting to touch you for whatever reason. All you have to do is just stare at him for a second when he's about to reach into your window. And then he goes away. And that's everything. Yeah. Night 1, boys. It's so much fun. Also, I gotta say, the night feels really long. But then again, probably doesn't help that the night goes from 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. Because we're special like that. Bro, look at this 3D text. What is this? The bowling alley? Bro. And then we get a cutscene, which, you know, that's pretty cool. I always like it when devs try to add stuff between nights and, Dude, I think you need some sleep. You aren't looking too good. Anyways, I think this is like therapy or something, but, you know, okay. Donna closes her eyes, and the next thing you know, holy crap, it's God, no way. What? Also, this is a bit of a nitpick, but like, I feel like the navel should be raised up a bit. It looks a little weird with it being kind of like low. That might just be me, though. It's not that big of a deal. Anyways, God jump there.
Donna.
What is happening, man? Anyways, after being kicked back to the title screen, for some reason, we move on to night 2, and oh hey, a new office. Yeah, this game has more than one office, and you know what? That's pretty cool. I like it when FNaF fan games try to change up the gameplay a bit each night. I don't know, I just think it's fun. Though, with that being said, what is happening? Hey, at least the phone guy is somewhat clear for once.
So you can move in any direction as soon as you can get to another zone. Now we don't want to risk you, but this is advanced software, and it takes a while to enter the vigilant system.
Anyways, TLDR, find the Mickey plush. Don't do anything else other than find your best friend. Also, yes, his name is Your Best Friend. Seems a little bit familiar. Anyways, yeah, this night is basically just go through these really weird cameras, try to find your best friend. He can be a bit hard at times. Press P on whatever room he's in and wait until he disappears before going into the cameras to find him again, and that's it. Like seriously, your best friend just protects you from everyone. Aside from Rome Oswald over here. Or Revlas. Because, yeah. Basically, he'll just slowly get to you if you don't freaking find your best friend and you keep pressing P in the wrong areas. It's very fun. But even then, it's not an issue if you find your best friend consistently, so, you know. I will say, I do like the idea of having a character protecting you from certain enemies, but, like, having that be the only thing you do is, not good. For most of this night, you're just doing nothing. You're relaxing, you're chilling, while your best friend is also just chilling on the couch. It seems like a nice couch. And once he vanishes, or gets snatched, because that can happen, you just find him again and then you wait. It's really boring, is what I'm trying to say here. And yet at the same time, it can actually be pretty frustrating as well, which is great. Your best friend can be hard to spot sometimes, especially when other characters just happen to be in the way. And, you know, a character will enter your office at a certain point if you don't find him, and you're dead. So, you know, that's cool. At least it's easy, so, you know, whatever. 7 a.m. Whip yippee! I wonder what the cutscene's gonna be about this time. What just happened? Huh? Night 3. Yeah, whoa, cool. We're back in the office from night 1. Sure. The phone call still doesn't make much sense, by the way.
So, the girl that was walking here, they'll have to go around for this morning in the hour. Don't worry, we'll be fine, we'll be there. I've never been there at school, so... Night. Yeah, there's like a generator not going.
Basically, there's like a mechanic. Okay, fine, there's two. Basically, this light switch right here in this camera, it has to match this light switch in this camera. If you don't do that, the power dies, and then you die.
Okay, so I still couldn't understand the phone call. However, I was able to catch one piece of information. Okay. As you can see, we're off to an excellent start.
Cool. Really, the only reason people are going to struggle with this is because they can't hear the instructions very well. Like, I don't understand the phone guy. Oh yeah, and I guess there's Minnie now. And she'll just pop into your office, and all you just do is look at the window for a bit and she goes away. Which sounds simple enough, but for some reason her AI is a bit unforgiving, so yeah, you don't have a whole lot of time to avoid her. She can also get you while you're in the cameras, so like, you know, don't spend too much time on the cameras. Like seriously, night 3 was kind of a jump in difficulty compared to night 1 and 2. Which, I mean, cool. I mean, it's eventful. You're doing stuff, but it's a little stupid, but you know what? It's fine. It's eventful. I'm not bored out of my mind. I'll take it. Anyway, since this is FNaTI, we get a Pirate Caverns-esque section after night 3. So, you know, go figure. We have an inventory, though. That's something. It's just a shame that it is kind of annoying to traverse everything, because it pretty much just boils down to click everywhere and hope for the best. But hey, I mean, we eventually run into the face. That's cool. Doesn't kill us for some reason. And hey, we see him again later, and he asks us, the player, like us specifically, you know, you in the audience, if we're enjoying the game. And so me, wanting to be nice and all that, trying to be like, yeah, this game is totally amazing, 100% perfect, I decided to say yes, which was apparently not the right decision, because the face started yelling at me, and then he killed me. What the heck, dude? Apparently, that's the worst ending. Like, actually, it gives you a little, award when you start the game, which is silly, but okay then. Also, I had to repeat night 3 again. But like, what if I didn't? Anyways, back to the face, who doesn't give me the yes or no question this time and just lets me proceed. I guess he just didn't want to go through the effort of weird magic hand action again. Whee! Anyway, we move on to this area, and this is where I gave up on trying to actually figure this out. Like, what's supposed to happen is that you run into wherever this is, grab whatever this is. Like, really, what is this? Is it a bandana? A pair of underwear? I mean, Donna doesn't seem to like whatever this is at all, so like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was either option. Figure out the code, which I missed by complete accident, and then insert the code by looking at the thing and pressing the corresponding buttons to make the lights go out. It sounds simple, but good luck trying to figure out where to freaking click. Like, I can admit that part of it is kind of on me, considering how I missed the code that I needed, but at the same time, it's not like the game makes it clear where to click. The graphics don't help with that either. Like, how is this an entrance to this random place? It doesn't make sense. And, you know, I'll admit that the way the bandana underwear thing was used was pretty original, but it's so vague. And even if I didn't skip the code, I still would have been completely lost at the end. Shout out to Zecker for explaining everything about this random freaking place. But at least afterward, the lights go out, you go back into the void, you put this heart in this thing, get the key, and escape. Doing so gets you some notes that you can read in the extras, as well as a cutscene that makes no sense, but what else do I expect from this game? What an experience. Shame too, there's actually some pretty decent ideas here, but oh man, they needed some more time in the oven, because it feels rushed and vague. It kind of describes this game as a whole now that I think about it. So I'm kind of getting ahead of myself though. Night 4, baby, let's see what's next for this wacky... Oh, we're back here. Oh, okay. So what's new here? You have these antivirus things? And they do something? The phone call does not explain anything well at all.
There's this new thing. There's this new room. Go there, and all that you shammer, there's this prompting thingy. You advance to the top square of the map with a pawn. Simple, right? If the pawn falls off the back, you will die. We also added more antivirus possibilities. It's easier to find, harder to keep. Also, the multi-do is not dangerous. Enter the system and use the 2 buttons on top. They are limited. According to the light he casts, the antivirus just sits with the green, so it's both there. That said, done. Bye, bitch.
The only possible thing I got out of it is that it helps deal with this floating head Mickey. More on them later. And even then, I have no clue. There's also a chessboard thingy in here, though all you have to do is just push the pawn to the back, around like the 7 mark to be safe. If you don't, it falls and you're dead. Go figure. But aside from that, it's basically just night 2 again with 2 new easy steps, and hey, I even started getting good at finding YBF. So all in all, this isn't too bad at all. Wait, what do you mean extra time? Why is it not ending? What do you mean I gotta wait longer than 7 a.m.? Yeah, so apparently this night can just last longer than any other night. And like, I don't know why. Like, I want to say it kind of involves this Mickey in the office, but even then, I'm not sure. Considering the night eventually ended even though he was still in the office. I mean, the Mickey's name is Time Stop, so maybe? Like, I'm pretty sure you're meant to use one of these antivirus things when he's in the office, but like, I did it once or twice. I feel like it didn't work when he was in there. I also ran out of uses before the extra time thing popped up, so I'm lost. I mean, at least I didn't die, so thank you, Lord. I just wasted more time than I should have. And then there's another cutscene thingy where I have to select one of, oh come on man, why are there so many questions? It's so unnecessary, oh my lord. I just picked the first question because like, I really don't care. Y'all can get the other questions yourselves. Besides, it's not like this decision really matters. Unlike a certain layer decision that I'll rant about later. And like, dude, I don't get why this is here. I don't understand how this adds to anything. I'm just so freaking confused, man. Whatever. Night 5. We're almost done here. Just gotta get through this last night and...
You have one new message. To listen to your messages, press 1.
Hello again, Donna. There won't be much to explain today, thankfully. So before I explain things, happy birthday.
Why must you ruin it for me every time?
Donna, are you trying to die on purpose? That was like your only bit of advice. It doesn't help that this little bit of text tells me quite literally nothing. Like, what does this mean? I don't understand, man. I think I've just lost my mind at this point. But whatever. I can live with it, even though I have absolutely no idea what to do with this weird robot Mickey thing. Or rotting memory, whatever, I don't know. An Hortensia. Or Insane Cat. Well, Also, hi Hortensia, glad to know that the game literally forgot about you, so like, I have no clue what to do with you either, so yeah, it's cool. Yeah, you could have avoided this if Donna didn't hang up the phone and call like an absolute moron. Or, the game gave you literally anything to go off of, but oh well, I can deal with it. I just gotta get a bit lucky and hope for the best. And why is Goofy just at the window suddenly? Why isn't he leaving? Why is he just being a stupid dog and making me look bad? Well, fine then. Okay, that's a bit weird, but it's probably a one-time thing. Let me just try again and... Oh, no, Goofy's doing the same thing again. Are you joking? Am I being messed with? Is there something I'm missing here? As it turns out, no, I'm not being screwed with. After a few more attempts where I get screwed by things that aren't explained because this game is absolutely flawless, as well as getting screwed by Minnie, I basically confirmed my suspicion that Night 5 is actually impossible. Oh yeah, and I got this screen, though. That appears to happen if you use the light too much, which is fun. But anyways, there's no way to get around Goofy around 1 AM. He will always kill you, even if you stare at him way longer than you need to. Like, dude, this is why you need playtesters. Because stuff like this is a bit ridiculous to miss, but whatever. Since this night is literally impossible, that means I don't feel bad about cheating it. Now you might be wondering, how does one cheat in this game? Simple. Get Cheat Engine, select the game in the process list, begin a night, enable the speed hack option to 500, and watch as the night completely flies by. It's not absolutely perfect, and sometimes you'll get a game over or two. At one point I got a ton, even after a restart or two, but at least it eventually works. By doing this, it can somehow bypass the impossible Goofy event and beat the night, which is very nice and convenient. After all this, we end up back in the therapist's room with whoever the crap this is. Apparently her name is Ida. Not like I would have known if it wasn't in the extras, considering as far as I'm aware we haven't seen her until now, but whatever. We're told to pick whoever the killer is because that's a plot point or something, and we have to select among 8 people. Are you serious? And as it turns out, only one of these options appears to be the quote-unquote correct option, while the others lead to the bad ending, which each option having a slightly different thing of text before Ida says, "Time for punishment," and kills Donna while flashbanging the player because the game hasn't done that enough apparently. Though if you pick Donna as the killer, Ida chooses not to kill you, and instead says some random crap about Donna being a pain in the neck or something, as she asks for her to enact her revenge towards Donna. And then she teleports Donna to some random place as her child appears to be calling her name in the distance, with Donna being unable to move. And that's the good ending. That's kind of depressing, but okay. But believe it or not, that's not where everything ends. What if I said that there was a secret 9th option in this final decision? All you have to do is type the word player when at the final decision, and the screen goes white as the game crashes. Cool. Opening the game again takes you through the most boring interaction I think I've seen in a hot minute. All this boils down to is your best friend talking to Donna about her past, how she murdered her family and ran away from the consequences, trying to avoid being hit by karma before ending up back at Treasure Island. I think, maybe, the voice actor for YBF here is, once again, not the greatest, and is hard to understand at times, making this final confrontation just so much more boring. than it really needs to be. Oh, and then at the very end, we get a chase scene where we have to spam C of all keys. And I just realized that this is the second game I've covered where we have to spam a key a bunch. And then this game pulls a Dormitivus and makes it so that no matter how much you spam, you still die. So good to know that breaking my finger meant nothing. At least the end of Disney actually gave me consequences for not spamming. Also, oh my god, my ears got absolutely violated really badly from Your Best Friend's jump scare, considering how loud it is compared to the near silent conversation that had occurred just now. Like, dude, audio balancing is a thing. Use it. Anyways, after some random Latin that says this, the game closes and reopening the game gives you the award for the true ending, which basically means the game is over. Though I'm not done with Night 5 quite yet, because I just want to rant a little bit about that last decision a bit more, and more on how much of a waste of time it is when you think about it. Okay, so first of all, let's just ignore the fact that Night 5 is impossible for a second, and just focus on the fact that this game wants you to beat it, a night that introduces 3 characters that aren't explained at all, expecting you to figure it out yourself, and wanting you to do it at least 3 times if you want the 3 different ending types. Okay, cool, fine, that's annoying, but sure. But if you're just so curious about every dialogue option, or you just, are trying to get the true ending but you don't know about the player code, you're at the very least beating this night 9 times. And that is 9 times you have to beat a stupid night that doesn't explain anything, and likely with stupidly difficult AI. Not that I could tell, considering, I could barely get anywhere in the night because of Goofy. And, the thing is, that'd be one thing if it wasn't for the fact that all of these endings just kind of boil down to, Donna's screwed regardless of what you do or who you pick as the killer. The only difference among the 3 endings is that the good ending is the only ending where Donna doesn't die. I think. I don't know, she might as well be dead considering how screwed over she still was at the end of the day. Both the bad and true ending result in Donna dying. One from Ida, the other from your deaf ears over here. And all the true ending really does is just kind of confirm that Donna murdered her own family and just kind of sucks. Something that was kind of foreshadowed at the beginning? So basically, all of that to say, the end of the game is just underwhelming, and it is a very elaborate waste of time at the end of the day. And the funny thing is, it didn't have to be. You didn't need to have all these endings and whatnot. Honestly, I would have just removed the decision part and instead just have the ending just be all 3 rolled into one in a way, or just get rid of the good ending. Have the confrontation with Your Best Friend after Night 5. Have it be like a Night 6 even. Make it so that you have to face off against Your Best Friend or something in an extra night, as Your Best Friend just rants and tells you that Donna is bad and stuff. And then, hey, why not? Include the chase at the end. Sure, why not? I feel like if you just had the one ending, it would probably be a little bit less obnoxious compared to what we have now. I'd also get rid of that worst ending. It was pretty unnecessary, to be honest. Just have it be a game over. With that, I think I'll now say we're done here. Only other thing to mention is just the extras, which even then, they only have the characters, the notes from the caverns, credits, and a YouTube link to Smashing Tomatoes channel. So yeah, final thoughts on this. Absolute mess. So yeah, this game isn't exactly very good. It had a lot of ideas that just needed to be cooked a lot more. It just throws a bunch of random things at you and just expects you to easily figure it out with a lot of really poor phone calls and directions, making all these various mechanics a lot more irritating to figure out than anything. And ironically enough, if the game did explain things better, if the mechanics were fixed up a bit more and there was actually a playtester or two, this game would still probably be a bit of a mess, but it'd be less of a mess. The thing is, I actually don't dislike a lot of the mechanics that were used. In fact, I thought a mechanic here or there was actually kind of interesting. It could have been really cool if used a little bit better. Again, I like the Your Best Friend mechanic in Nights 2 and 4, but it shouldn't have been the main mechanic, or the only real, big mechanic. Or, just add more stuff to the nights so it isn't, boring. Ultimately, that's my biggest problem with this game. It had a lot of ambitious ideas, but it just didn't have the execution that was needed to make it all work. Frankly, I'd mainly fix up the mechanics, make the phone calls a lot clearer, and actually explain things properly. Make the story a bit more engaging while you're at it. Also, please, balance the audio more. There were so many moments where I either couldn't understand anything or I would get my ears blown out because the bouncing was just so bad throughout the whole game. Fix those up a bit and you'd still have a game that would probably be a mess, but it would at least be a lot less infamous than it is today. At the very least though, while I do think this game is pretty bad, and while it definitely annoyed me a few times, I mean, at least I don't have any harsh feelings towards anyone involved. Everyone seems to be pretty cool and all that, so you know, there's nothing to worry about there. And you know what? There's clearly at least an effort to make a decent game. While I think this game kind of fell flat in that regard, I mean, there's still things about it that I think could have legitimately worked. And you know what? It seems like Smashing Tomatoes is doing pretty well today, so, you know, that's pretty cool. Having a decent following on YouTube and all that, getting some decent bangers here or there, yeah, no, good for this guy. Also, apparently there's a remake of this game coming out at some point in the future. It's being made by a different team, but hey, it seems pretty cool. Seems like Smashing is pretty approving of this project as well, so hey, that's cool to see. Maybe when it's done, I'll cover it. Who knows? It could be fun. So, yeah, I think with that, I don't have anything else to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I didn't come off as too mean. Let me know what you guys want me to cover FNAF-wise in the future. I already have a couple ideas as is, but I'm curious what other games y'all have in mind to cover. Preferably non-FNATI ones. I like FNATI and all, but I should probably have a bit more variety in these reviews. Anyways, I'm done rambling. See you all later. Have a good one.